Howdy there, YouTube. Eggplant 15 again. Still out here on the porch. I made a video several months ago about I was having troubles with one of my roommates that was distributing marijuana out of my house in college. And I've had several of the subscribers message me and ask me if everything turned out okay or what eventually happened. And I said I'd make a video about it, so today's the day. Basically, what happened was everything's okay now. I believe that he quit selling, or at least stopped as the quiet volumes that he was selling, because there were, from what I was told, mason jars full of in his bedroom. I didn't want to go snooping through anybody's stuff, but that's what I was told by several individuals. A cousin of his, some friends of mine that came over to my house and saw it, and some other friends also. Anyways, but what basically happened was I went to a state representative I was working for and confided in them, and I talked with several people because I really didn't want to turn the guy into the police. And even though I did eventually, threaten, I tipped him off that there was some activity going on there, and they said that as long as he didn't, I guess as long as he wasn't causing any trouble, or I can't remember. They told me basically that I had to let him into the house, and I said, well, I'm not going to do that. And so basically what ended up happening was I just ended up just getting out of there, and I moved into a different apartment at the same complex, and which there's probably at least 1,000 apartments in this condominium that I live in. And so anyways, but I basically went to the state representative I was working for and confided in her, and she got one of her business lawyers, and he knew somebody that was specialized in that, and he talked to him, told him what my rights were, and basically the place where I lived at was trying to fuck me over by telling me that I had no right to move out of there, that the basic only right that I had as a tenant was to turn him in. And like I said, I really didn't want to do that because I turned him in, and it wasn't for me. I would turn the selfish bastard in if I could, but it was for my safety, just because I was told by that lawyer. He said the bad side to turning him in is that if you do turn him in and the police get all of his marijuana and it's worth something, that means whoever he's buying from, the hammer's going to come down on him, because I doubt that he had enough money to purchase all that on his own, and I doubt it was actually his. He probably just got some kind of commission off of it, and so that threatened my safety living there, because like I said, they weren't going to allow me to move out over that without having to pay this ridiculous fee. So I ended up having to get the lawyer, and the lawyer basically went through my lease, found some clauses, and I got it all squared away and moved out of there with no charges or anything like that. Just over the Christmas break, I just went down there, moved all my stuff out, and got out of there. And I told him, I said, I'm not going to turn you in. Just I hate that you did this, and you didn't couldn't even tell me about it. His cousin that lives there with us had to tell me, and his cousin didn't even like it either. I don't think his cousin's living with him again. And they're not direct cousins. They're distant cousins. But it was a bad deal. I wasn't afraid of anything happening, but I just didn't like the fact that people were coming in and out of my house buying drugs that were supposed to be his friends. And these are shady people, and I've got nice, expensive stuff. I didn't want anything to get broken or stolen. I just was afraid that I was going to come home one time and, thousands of dollars of stuff just be stolen. And it's not good for somebody to be doing that kind of stuff, living with, someone else they don't even know like me. I keep a loaded gun by my bed, and, if somebody would have broke in, something would have happened, it could have ended up bad. But I just want to clarify, I moved out of there, got everything squared away. Nothing really happened to him as far as I know. I hadn't really kept up with him. But his cousin did tell me that he thinks that he quit selling, and or he was just selling out of his truck, that not out of the house anymore, because after I moved out, I think it kind of gave him a scare, and maybe a wake up call that hey, he could get in some serious trouble over this. But anyways, that's what ended up happening. And next month I go to move into my new house, which is, my place I was living in was pretty nice, and this new place is going to be really nice. And I don't want to brag. I mean, it's going to have a sanded beach area with a full bar, a pool that has fake rocks and trees that make it look like a lagoon, and it's going to be pretty nice. It's even got like a 3-acre wakeboard lake beside it with one of those big blobs you can jump on, and it's going to be nice. And plus, it's a better deal. I got it cheaper too. And I'll be living with people that are my friends that I went to high school with, and we all decided to room together, and so that's going to be good. But basically, that's what happened with that whole ordeal, and I want to clear it up with you guys. I know some of you probably been wondering. I know it hadn't just been on your mind like, oh God, I want to know how Dustin's doing, but that's what basically happened in that situation. And, so anyways, just want to tell you guys, and we'll keep on smoking, and maybe I'll get it down to the point where I can enter Kel's contest on how short you can get your cigar. I'll see you later, YouTube.